So, Michael, you'll be aware that under the Montevideo Convention of 1933, a state requires a permanent population, a government, defined borders, and the capacity to conduct foreign relations. Does Palestine tick the list? Morning to you.
Good morning, Nick. Definitely not. Frankly, this is a ludicrous move by Starmer, and it's ludicrous because, for two main reasons. Legally, it isn't applicable, but secondly, it isn't going to work for reasons that you've just adumbrated. The fact of the matter is the Palestinian entity does not come close to meeting the legal requirements under the Montevideo Convention for the recognition of a state. One of those criteria is that it has to have recognised borders, another is that it has to have a functioning government. So on at least two of the four criteria, it doesn't meet it. But in a sense, that's a legalism. What really matters to people is this sort of stunt going to work? It isn't. He's purported to give Israel in these threatening tones. And this is a man, by the way, who can't even stand up to Mauritius, a country of 200,000 people, when it comes to the Chagos Islands and buckled to them. He's not going to stand up to Israel, and that's proven by the fact that Israel, within, never mind 6 weeks, within 6 hours, Israel has rejected the UK's stance outright and out of hand. This is not a position of strength from Keir Starmer. It's a position of weakness.
So, Michael, I'm sure you want peace in the region as much as I do and as much as the listeners. Surely the way to achieve it is to keep Israel as an ally, to be a questioning ally, to sometimes be a confrontational ally, not to effectively put them completely offside. So, Michael.
Absolutely right. I mean, the point about this is, where is the pressure on Hamas? You've got a vicious terrorist entity, the like of which is almost unparalleled in the modern era. All the pressure from the UK and from France, for that matter, is applied to Israel. Meanwhile, your partners, if you're the UK government at the moment, are Hamas, who throw gay people off bridges. And these are the people that you're not putting pressure on. You're seeking to put pressure on a democracy. It's a moral bankrupt position. Trump has already said it's rewarding Hamas, and it clearly is seeking to do so.
Grateful for your time, Sir Michael. Thank you. Sir Michael Ellis, you were Conservative MP for Northampton North, and you served as Attorney General 12 after 7. Listening, Bronwen Maddox, Director and Chief Executive at Chatham House. Important to get your take on this. It would appear, fail to meet the necessary criteria. So is this just performative in your view? Good morning.
Good morning. It is symbolic. And at this point only symbolic, but it also says very clearly to Israel, even your friends, and Britain is one, have reached the limit. This is what is happening in Gaza is absolutely intolerable. But it also says that, in Britain's view, a commitment to a two-state solution, a phrase, which doesn't have much more life in it, unless there is some reality put behind it. That this is the goal of British policy for Israel's sake as well as the Palestinians, and that this should be something that countries work towards in terms of getting a leadership, defining the borders and working on it. It also supports the region in working towards that, and that is a crucial new factor, that the region is very prepared to do that.
What would, of course, be interesting is that if Israel, and I appreciate, Bronwen, it's unlikely, but if Israel does meet all the substantive steps, that suddenly UK completely changes its position. I mean, how would that look globally?
I think Keir Starmer has made a real confusion in this, of confusing a goal that Britain wants of recognising a Palestinian state and working to create that state with doing something to persuade Israel to relieve the immediate crisis in Gaza. And he's confused those two things. He could have done other things about the crisis in Gaza, other forms of pressure. So I think that was a mistake and a confusion.